quick tutorial on my Vampire Juice Tumbler. We're going to start off with a flat black spray painted base on a tumbler, whatever size you choose. And I use a flat white spray paint and just spray splotches all over top of the black. Then you're going to see me going in with some red and black inks. The more you add, the more depth it gives. And I do black on top of the red on top of the black, and just literally saturate the entire tumbler with a couple of different layers of black and red inks. This step's not going to look pretty or cute when you're finished with this, and you're going to say, how is this going to turn out right? But you have to trust the process. When I'm done, I'm going to spray it with a clear seal. I use the Rust-Oleum Matte Clear, and I'm going to give it 2 coats of that, and it totally gives it a real glossy shine, and you'll see here in this next part. There you go. Looks more like blood now. And after this is done, I'm going to add after this is dry, I'm going to add a very thin layer of epoxy. And I'm using our glitter red velvet. And I'm just going to pour it in my hand and hand sprinkle it all over. And then we're going to allow this part to dry. I like to use DIY Speedy Peedy because I can move on to the next step in about an hour and a half. Okay, so now that that's done, I use a clear water slide, so I cut a piece of silver glitter vinyl. I believe it's Cricut brand, and I cut it out as the same shape as my water slide. So I'm going to apply just a thin coat of Speedy Peedy epoxy so that it's between. I don't want the clear water slide to be directly onto the vinyl because it's textured with it being a glitter vinyl, because I want that sparkle to shine through the clear water slide. And again, I only add the epoxy just over the actual vinyl, and I'm going to wait an hour and a half for that to dry, and then we're going to go ahead and add the water slide on top of that. And it's like I said, you'll have the epoxy layer in between. If it doesn't match up exactly, you can always use a black Sharpie marker to outline it after the decals dry. So I'm just getting out all the water bubbles. Then I'm going to let this dry for about 30 minutes. After that, then I'm going to apply a full coat of epoxy over the entire tumbler. So I've done that already. Now this is time for my drip. I use the DIY Speedy Peedy for the drip. I have to constantly stir it. You add the red velvet glitter from Glitter Goblins. I add that too with a couple of drops of black and red ink. I stir it constantly for approximately 10 minutes. And as you see here, after about 10 minutes, if it's cured, then you've waited too long. I'm just adding it around the cup, but the cup has to be standing on a flat surface, or else your drips will start running sideways. So after I do that, by how much you put, control how much you want to run over the label, so you don't want to put too much in the front. I just keep doing this all the way around until it looks good to me. I don't put anything on the back side of it, so I like the drips in the back to run longer. And when I'm finished with this part here, you'll see if it starts to run on areas that you don't want it, you just hold it upside down for like a minute, 2 minutes, turn it right side up, and I constantly do this to babysit it back and forth, and voila, I put one last coat of Speedy Peedy over the drip, over the entire cup, and there she is. She's absolutely beautiful, and I hope this helps.